What's up everyone, welcome to today's video, welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today we're going to be talking about disclosures because at the cusp of the release of Gotham Knights, it appears things have gotten a little bit more serious. The game is so divisive and I kind of foresaw this coming in a sense, and now that the game is out, you have everybody on the internet running around talking about their opinions, and I've also seen some kind of an uptick in folk coming onto my channel and trying to insinuate that somehow I'm corrupt or I'm under the sponsorship of Warner Brothers to support this game. That couldn't be further from the truth, and I wanted to make sure that I pointed out a few things in this video, and I'm more than likely going to just pin this video as like the video for newcomers and new subscribers or whatever it is, so that you guys can know what I'm about. Because if you're here, I want you to understand that my opinions are coming from my own perspective, that they're not influenced by anybody else. So number one, this channel is my second YouTube channel. I started it because I like the Arkham games. I dedicatedly covered Tom Clancy's The Division for, about 4 years, since 2016 anyways. That's more than 4 years. And that was my bread and butter game. I basically played the game. I, ran missions and did stuff with the community. Some of you here, you probably came from there. Not a lot of you, because the audiences don't segment very well. But some of you know that since I started this channel, there have been only maybe 3 things I've done on this channel. General stuff, and then the other one has basically been Mortal Kombat, and then everything else has been DC-based video games for the most part. Once in a while, I'll dabble into the Spider-Man stuff and just talk about that from the business perspective. I think many people who are seeing this channel for now are thinking that this is probably, some kind of a paid channel or whatever, but this is just my passion. And behold, since I've been at maybe under 1,000 subscribers, this has been the only topic I've been discussing since 2018 when I started. I thought Rocksteady was bringing out this, whatever this game is today, but apparently it was Warner Brothers Games Montreal. So let me show you guys one of the reasons I'm also making this video. So someone made one of these idiotic comments today on one of my videos, and they said, how much does Warner Brothers pay you to support this trash? Now, my reply was one of those replies that I usually throw out there, and I replied and said, I won't tell you, let your skin itch not knowing. And I laughed and I walked away, because I suffer no fools. A lot of these comments are comments that are personal attacks on you. It may not be direct, but it is insinuation of your personal character and your integrity. And now somebody like me who wants to make sure that I am at least keeping my head above reproach, I cannot let that comment just slide without addressing that, because I do you no service to let you know exactly what I'm about. And so the disclaimers for Gotham Knights are, number one, I paid for my copies, 2 of them, of Gotham Knights. I bought the PC version on CD Keys when it was for sale around $60, and this was way ahead of time because I pre-ordered. The copies now have come down to the $50-something mark for the deluxe edition. And then for my Xbox version, I went to GameStop and I traded my PS5 copies of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, my Xbox copy of Cyberpunk 2077, and I think Uncharted 4, the disc version, because I have the digital version, and I think one other game. I think I traded about 5 or 6 games, and then I paid the balance and got myself a Microsoft gift card, and then I bought myself the digital version. So every copy of Gotham Knights that I have, it's my copy. No one bought it for me. No one paid for it for me. And this is where I'm actually doing my work covering the game, because it's a game that I genuinely have been interested in. And to find out that I actually liked the game when it came out drives some people mad. Now, this doesn't bother me whether they're driven mad or not. What does is, what is more concerning to me is that you here, when you're watching my videos, you know that I'm actually covering this game in my own, in my own right. No one is telling me what to do. I make the videos as I want, when I want. And I have people say things like, stop making this, whatever it is. These comments, they don't, for me, they don't really matter. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. So you kind of learn to work on your own, because as a YouTuber, you're on your own. There's no one else, that's actually doing anything for you. So it's one of the nicest things for folk like me who like to really fly solo. And it brings me also to another aspect of the entire conversation, where for some people, you may or may not know, this entire thing called YouTube and making videos surrounding video games has a legal side to it. First of all, if somebody sponsors your video, in any form or fashion. I have received sponsored videos in my other channel where somebody sent me a light. BenQ sent me a light one time. It was a desk light, and you have to actually give a disclaimer if you're getting any monetary or any product sponsorship in that video. If you don't do that, YouTube can come after you and pretty much take down your channel if you basically throw this away. So now why would I want to jeopardize my second project that I've been working so hard on since December of 2018 for some chump change that is probably never going to do anything for me? Rather, it would destroy the credibility of your YouTube channel. That is the dumbest exchange in the entire world. And I think a lot of these children that come out here to say these things on the internet are emboldened by the fact that they think they have a keyboard and they can say whatever they want. There used to be a time in our world where common decency was actually the theme of everything. People asked questions. Now some people have asked me directly. I'm not faulting you. Don't get me wrong. Those of you who've said, hey, by the way, no offense, I'm just curious. Are you sponsored? Are your opinions your own? And I respect that. I really do respect that, direct, conversation that somebody can have, as an adult. But it's a childlikeness that really does muddy and sully the waters. It doesn't help conversation. It doesn't really help driving things forward. The other legal side is these companies that make these video games also have legal, I would say guidance on how you actually use their content. For the most part, in gaming, a lot of these companies allow for you to be able to use their content to make derivative works. So basically making, YouTube videos, Twitch streams, all of the above. And you can do so putting it on YouTube and Twitch, and you don't have to worry about anything else. So this is also another aspect that every video game company, or at least most video game companies, allow. Nintendo used to not allow you to do that without joining some creator program or something like that. But eventually they saw that it was beneficial because, yes, the entire shtick allows for their games to, go in front of people, whether it's positive or negative. People will watch a negative video about a video game and still go ahead and buy it anyway. So they see it as a marketing benefit. Those of us who actually stream or make YouTube videos, we see it also as a benefit because we get ad revenue from YouTube, or people who stream, they get maybe, I don't know what they do on Twitch. I have a Twitch account, but I don't stream ever. I don't know why. I just can't, if you get what I mean. So these are the disclaimers that we have here regarding all of this stuff surrounding, YouTubing. And I wanted to make sure that we pointed that out. Now, why did I choose this time to make this video? So somewhere, somehow, as this game was about to start, or getting closer to release, somehow the influx of people to the channel started to just grow. And out of nowhere, my channel that was in the single digits of subscribers is now approaching the double digits. As of now, as I'm talking to you, I'm on 9,599 subscribers. Thank you very much. Those of you who have been supporting the channel, I really do appreciate it. And once we get to the 10,000 subscriber side, it'd be nice for, everybody to know where this particular content creator stands in their, content creation and know exactly what they're about. So that's basically the big deal about it. I think what's going on right now is, a lot of people are so, I don't know what it is. A lot of people are so concerned about what everybody else is doing. And the internet, is a place where when you put yourself out there, I guess you invite the concern for the most part. But again, at the end of the day, I still feel like we can have some really, really important conversations because for the most part, the industry is going to eventually change once we're able to be intelligent about how we, approach these different topics, because the childishness doesn't really help. The childlikeness that we've seen towards Gotham Knights, all these people that are bashing the game, they think somehow that there's some kind of Robin Hood or whatever it is, when in reality, they're just going to get tuned out. Nothing is going to change. But those of us that want to make change in the industry, we already have the formula. The formula is understanding the world of the development side and then pointing out the world and its own flaws in a sense that in a way that we understand, not in an ignorant way. Let me give you an example. I saw a gaming outlet today and, sorry for the long story, guys. If you want to tune out, that's fine. The gaming outlet said something about Gotham Knights and some of its issues and blah, 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 and said, one of the major issues about the game was because of its insistence to remain on Unreal Engine 4 rather than move to Unreal Engine 5. I thought to myself, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I want to be respectful, that is the most ignorant thing that can ever be said about a video game. ever. Why? Because when this game was in development, in fact, in 2020, when this game was first revealed, they were just revealing the beta version of Unreal Engine 5. So this game would have been in development and advanced at that time. And there is no way you want to take your game and go throw it in a different engine, even if everybody sings to you and says it's going to be the best thing since peanut butter. Even if you made a separate copy of your entire game, you would still then go ahead and test that copy and see. So maybe they even went ahead and said, let's just flirt with the idea that this is going to be a thing. And maybe they did that. Maybe they didn't do that. And it's the same thing with, Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight, when it was actually getting close to release, Unreal Engine 4, which is where they made this game on, was around the alpha beta stage. So no one that has any sense will use an engine that doesn't have dedicated support and dedicated knowledge base to make an engine until that engine has actually gotten some maturity. And yes, it's easy to basically move your game from Unreal Engine 4 to 5, but there are still differences. There are still redundancies. There are still many things to consider. And once your game is already in a state where it's mostly functional, all you have to do is just continue to, clean it up. But this is what we have in gaming today. I'm not necessarily wanting to say that, I'm better off or we're better off than anyone. But for the largest part, I think we could use more sane voices around this entire community. That's my spiel. Thanks so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for 10,000 subscribers almost. And I'm hoping that we make it to 10,000 subs. I guess it's a nice number more than anything, but I'm not really worried about the subs, honestly. I'm just more concerned about us being able to continue to grow this community with an audience that really understands gaming on an entirely different level. We're going to change this. We're going to change this whole thing around. We're going to win. Gamers are going to really start getting exactly what it is that, they need to continue to move and advance this industry. I believe that strongly. Talk to you soon. Peace out.